Hello, everyone in the Link to the Past rando community. My name is Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, and I am welcomed by Purdy Wong. How you doing tonight, Purdy?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm looking forward to a spicy matchup here.
Oh yes, speaking of, we've got two teams here for your viewing pleasure. We've got Did You Check Your Boot, featuring Rampant Revenant. Just want to make sure I didn't butcher that. And then on the Hyrule Track and Field team, we've got Tabbycat54. Currently, we've got a 3-point lead with Hyrule Track and Field. So this match tonight will either give them a tie, 3-3 scoring, or if Tabbycat can take it, this will give Hyrule Track and Field a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, do you know anything about either of these runners? Have you heard of them?
Nah, I've heard nothing. These two weirdos I've never known a moment in my life.
Well, it does seem like your team, Hyrule Track and Field, is the one up the game, so I'm sure you're excited.
Oh yes, I'm thoroughly excited. I'm glad Jetters was able to go and secure that first match, because I know for a sole fact that I will not be able to get any points through the rest of this league. So it's all up to Tabbycat and Jetters to carry me all the way.
Alright, so we'll expect a little bit of bias in your commentary, but that's okay. I'll take the side of Revenant here.
This will be 110% unbiased, I assure you.
The runners should be starting any second now. They are on a 10-minute delay.
Well, we should be getting the go-ahead in just a sec. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, open is pretty vanilla as far as randomizer goes, so it could go either way. I'm expecting some silliness.
Yeah, but I mean, not too silly. I mean, this is still week one. We're playing regular old open seeds. There will be a lot more silliness in the weeks to come.
Oh, very true. To start it off, we've become literate with book in Link's house, so I mean, at least if someone wants to go visit Ped early on, we can get that out of the way. Ooh, that is a very nice tree pull, getting the pretty much the full bomb pack. Both runners decide to go visit Uncle's corpse here. Undead corpse, of course. He comes back to life. It's okay. Gets a bottle of green goo, so that's going to be great for the Kakariko turn-in. Ooh, and a fire rod. That is going to be great.
Yeah, I'm sure both runners very happy that they chose to do this opening.
Now, that's the thing I'm actually kind of surprised about. Well, not so much on Tabbycat, I know her routing. But anytime I find a weapon in the Uncle escape sequence, I just go ahead and go for front of escape. I mean, just get it done, you know?
Yeah, with Fire Rod, it's a little bit iffy. I mean, like, you only get those 2 small magic pots. In this case, they happen to be really lucky, and they also found that green potion that goes perfectly with the Fire Rod. So it might have been just like some muscle memory where they, just saved and quit and wasn't really thinking about clearing out Hyrule Castle.
Ah, very true, very true. Well, thankfully, Tabbycat is going to get her bomb pull, so she's going to be set for Kakariko along with Rampant over there. And as far as the dungeon check went, it looked like we actually had ourselves an Eastern Palace pendant with crystals on the other two. Did you happen to see if there was a 5-6 up there on Hera?
I didn't. I missed it.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like we are going to have our normal crystals then. Money, in fact, growing out of the ground in the Lost Woods here. Funny how it happens to just grow on trees in video games, but nowhere else. Thankfully for both our runners here, the Lumberjack had nothing, so we won't be seeing Aga unless someone really gets lonely and wants to pay him a visit.
Yeah, let's take a look at what's in Kakariko over here. They already found a bunch, so Kakariko might be a little bit empty. Although Tabbycat is saving and quitting, so maybe she'll approach Kakariko from the south side.
Ooh, I like this strategy. I've seen this actually played a lot with some of the riskier runners. And I say riskier because, I mean, most of the time they win. But this will be interesting to see what she finds on this path. Ooh, Rampant finding the Moon Pearl in the lion's basement. That is a fantastic start.
Yeah, I think typically runners tend to want to come in from the south if they're still looking for bombs, because you get those 2 bushes that give you a 50-50 chance of giving you additional bombs. Like, they don't want to take the risk of going into Kakariko without any bombs. But in this case, they already were filled up from the tree poles, so the advantage is negated a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like that 50-50 pull wasn't being kind this time around, but yeah, she's already farmed up the one, so it's all kosher. So far, nothing in the well to speak of, or on the library for that matter, so maybe it's just going to be that Moon Pearl for now. I mean, we've got 4 other checks we can do. We got our Bottle Merchant, the Chicken Coop Lady, the Sick Kid, and the back of Kakariko Tavern. So let's see if we got some good! That's just big old 20 so far. 2 more spots, let's see what we got. Nope, just blueberries. Yeah, alright, so other than the Moon Pearl, Kakariko is pretty plain.
Yep, they're gonna have to go look for their progression elsewhere.
There we go. Tabbycat getting the full chicken clip. This is indeed a blessed seed. So whatever may happen, this will be thoroughly entertaining for everyone. Of course, after that quick little high five, we're going to have Rampant head on down to the library and the maze game, and sadly be disappointed with nothing. Tabbycat will, of course, get to the well and also be disappointed with nothing, until she happens to go over to the lion's hut and be happy with that Moon Pearl. Now, having 10 full bombs and the fire rod, do you think they're going to go South Shore, or do you think we're going to see some Eastern play since it's a pendant?
I don't really like the Eastern pendant play because it's a pendant, but you know, it's not like a terrible decision to go there. I think I would rather just go to South Shore and see what's going on over there.
True, you got the 7 items plus Ice Rod Cave if you want to go over to that way, versus the 5, possibly 6 on the Eastern run. But at least, you know, if you go Eastern and it happens to be something good, you don't ever have to come back here, assuming this isn't a ped seed. Knock on wood.
They also have the option at this point to try to take that book over to Desert, and if it's not boots locked, they could fully clear it out.
Well, they still need a glove to get the back there, but yeah, they can make sure everything's clear out of the front, and check what's on Desert Ledge, as well as visit Old Man Agina. I mean, it's always a nice visit.
Oh man, I always forget those rocks in the back of Desert.
They always escape my mind thinking, alright, I can go ahead and get this done. Wait, why can't I lift this thing? What's happening? I mean, it's pretty amazing when a Goomba can pick up anything without arms, but I digress. And it does look like we are going to get our mini Moldorm Cave run. Unfortunately for Rampant, he doesn't have any magic, so he's going to have to use the good old bomb strats. Good news, he's got 8 of them, so this should be easy.
And a very nice job by him. Also getting a nice magic refill.
Ain't that convenient. Ooh, getting our boots, heart piece, another heart piece, another heart piece, and a full heart. So our thief in Moldorm Cave was running around collecting love. He's Sanic.
He is going back to the left, so it looks like with those boots, he's like Oh, well now, you know, let me go do dessert. I hope he's not forgetting about the glove like I just did.
Honestly, this is not a terrible play, because with Book and Boots and Fire Rod, logic is saying, hey Dingus, go check this out. It may actually have progression. Oof, Tabbycat not having as much luck on that side. Thankfully gets it on that last one. Meanwhile, we are checking out Old Managina's cave. Funny thing with the developers of this wonderful randomizer, if you happen to talk to the old man, he doesn't give you any items, but he does give you a wonderful bit of flavor text. One of 4 different stories that you can talk to. One, of course, my favorite being, I once farted so bad, I drove all the jazz hands guys into the sand. Thus it is dubbed the Fart Cave.
Is that what all these guys are doing in the desert?
Yes. Ooh, that was a glove. Ooh boy. So yeah, Rampant is reading this. not to play on word play here, but he is reading this seed like a book. Meanwhile, Tabby is going to bank that there is going to be something here in Ice Rod Cave, so let's hope there is. Survey says. Just blueberries. However, she's not heading back yep, she's setting up the wonderful water walking glitch. Nifty thing about that, if you go ahead and dash right along that ledge, as you're exiting the cave, it will go ahead and give you this wonderful something or other magic that lets you walk on water. I don't quite know how it is, it's just, it happens.
Didn't quite make out what was on the island. Was that a boomerang?
I didn't quite see it either. I'm not sure it's too necessary. Doesn't look like there's much of any interest so far in Desert or Waterfall. We've got a Tunic upgrade, which is nice, but not progression just as of yet. Ooh, Tabbycat being a little risky here. Doesn't have enough money to turn in the rupee, but checking to see what's on the ledge. It is nothing. So she is heading back, presumably going to our wonderful hobo. Ooh, that is a mirror.
Yeah, desert is definitely the play here.
Hot diggity. Mirror does not open up anything as of yet within logic, because we don't have the lamp just as of yet, but that's not going to stop anyone from actually going up the mountain. And since Tower of Hera is also a wonderful, wonderful crystal, I figure that's going to be the next step, assuming we can find a weapon to actually fill the giant worm with. And unfortunately for Tabbycat, those fake flippering spots are not paying off. She's got a little bit of safety with that blue tunic, but that's about it. Let's see where she's going to go from here. Meanwhile, Rampant is wasting no time in visiting our land moes, and he's going to say, hey buddies, how you doing? Here's some fire.
He's gotta keep an eye on his resources here. I know he still has that green potion, but he doesn't want to use it all up and then end up being resorted to using bombs to finish off landmos.
But bomb landmo is like the second best way to kill him. It's right alongside, the bow landmo. Shout out to our NMGers. Ooh, Green Pendant, however, is going to be Misery Meyer today, so probably not going to eat that flute. Oh, that's a hook shot. Well, I'm thinking Lamp is going to be either front of Escape or Eastern at this point, because I want to say the game's pointing us towards the desert, or the mountain after this.
It's a great landmo fight on Revenant's side.
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful one-cycle fight. Fantastic for him, getting the first crystal 12 minutes and some change in. That's going to give him a great advantage for now. He's definitely going to head over to Saha's closet to pick up that hook shot, but I doubt that's going to be forgotten. I mean, Saha's 0-0. It's not going to be one of those. Whoops. Well, I hope it's not going to be one of those oops moments. And like I predicted, Rampant is heading up the mountain. He's going to go ahead and pay our wonderful Moldarm a visit. Check out the old man. Oh, and do bonk rocks as well. I forgot that we had boots. Ooh, and the Quack Medallion.
Nice, easy to find location. I think Revenant's gonna go back and check back of escape here.
Oh, smart play. That's another place you do not want to orphan. Technically not Sphere 0, but also something you don't want to forget. And that's probably why. Bombos, Medallion, and Quake. We are possibly set with our medallions at this point, if Turtle Rock happens to be kind and not give us an ether.
I like Revenant's play here. He's just making sure he's trying not to leave too many things in the light world. If you can find a hookshot or a hammer down here before you go up to Death Mountain, it saves you an extra trip. So he's probably trying to probably route all of it in one go.
Now, over on Tabbycat's side, unfortunately for her, all 3 dungeon items were in the front, so that means Armos is going to have one. Just triple bombs in the big chest, so she's risking a lot by checking out this big chest, or the big key chest, seeing if it's actually going to be useful. While Rampant is going to go ahead and do the front of escape and tell us what are in these 3 chests. First is a map, so we've got an item in Dark Cross, which actually isn't logic because of that fire rod. Thank you, version 31.
Got another bottle. Now they've got all 3 potions. Green, red, and blue.
That is a bit more safety, so really that won't be an issue without having a weapon. Unfortunately for Tabbycat, that is just not the correct play so far. So, where are you going, little Tabbycat? Okay, gonna pick up that wonderful Quake Medallion.
And a mushroom in Zelda's cell. Alright, well.
I mean, this is a perfect opportunity to use it. He's gonna go ahead and check out what's in the Dark Cross, most likely do a save and quit, and then he can immediately turn in the mushroom, and if it's not good, he can just save scum it. Now, without a sword, this is going to be a pain in the patootie, so I gotta give him props.
There's a really easy lineup with boots, so it's not that bad. And then, I mean, if he gets the torch with the fire rod, that's also obviously going to help a lot.
Oh, very, very true. You just gotta be careful to avoid those rats, those snakes. They, too, are quite annoying. And this part in particular, because that freaking door, I don't know why it wants to be such a pain.
We got a flute in Dark Cross.
Ooh, buddy. Well, I mean, that takes care of our Death Mountain access. So, good news, Lamp is not going to be necessary right now. Bad news is Tabbycat will probably head up to the mountain first. So, yep, Rampant is on the move. Gonna go ahead and activate that flute. I doubt he's actually gonna find that hook shot, so he's more than likely also gonna go ahead and do a double dip up the mountain. First time to beat Moldorm and Tower of Hera, and then second after he finds that hook shot. Of course, everyone salute with our favorite song.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what I would do in this situation, and I think in the end, probably Death Mountain does become a more inviting target than going over to Saha.
Oh, most
And, yep.
definitely. I mean, it's progression. Well, it's a dungeon, for one. It's crystal, so it is end-game progression. You've got an item off of the old man, you've got 1 in Spec Rock, and you've got 2 in Tower of Hera. And you can see what's on either tablet, so it's a plus.
Yeah, it's rough that you can't kill Moldorm, but we do see a weapon to be able to do that right over here.
Yeah, Rampant is galaxy braining this play. This is just fabulous, and this goes to show that Rando can just be very odd at times. But the general rule of thumb is if you've got enough to complete a dungeon, do it.
Well, he didn't. In both cases, he didn't have the glove to finish Desert, and he didn't have a weapon to finish Hera.
Are you insinuating there's something nefarious going on? Is he psychic? No, I kid. I mean, realistically, these are the only good options that he's got. When you've got early sequence breaks, like flippers, it's really not worth it. Especially fake flippering without the gloves, it kind of sends a little thing in your mind saying, yeah, Zora's got nothing. Typically, it's not going to be worth it. So yeah, he lucked out in going Desert first, but he is reading it beautifully. Meanwhile, Tabbycat is going to use that green potion, get that flute, see if she's going to activate it immediately and go to Desert or Death Mountain. She doesn't have the mirror yet, so this could push her towards Desert Palace.
Revenant getting into Hera without hookshot, so he's gonna have to wait through this tile room in order to get up to the top floors of Hera. I don't know if Tabbycat is able to do Hera Pod herself, but we'll just have to see.
She has been practicing it quite frequently. I'm just unsure if she's going to be able or confident enough to try it on stream. And smart setup for Rampant too, getting that damage boost, so that way when he picks up his item, he can just Death Warp right to the beginning. I mean, yeah, you've got the mirror, but it's a convenient health refill, so...
Bad for my fantasy team, though.
I feel sorry for anyone that put me on their fantasy league, because I like bonking intentionally. Oh, Tabbycat turning in that mushroom right away. Let's see if it pays off. She did not save and quit after activating the flute, so she probably won't be able to save scum it. And it's just money. Well, bullocks to that. That's okay. Got a potion. Gonna get a health refill. Hopefully, go to Desert, go to Desert, go to Desert.
I like the play though. Right after getting flute, the mushroom is a really quick check, and it could give you something that just helps you out in the rest of your route.
Oh, most definitely. Now, thankfully here, she's at least going to go ahead and rescue the old man. Problem is, she's going to go over to Paradox. Again, not a terrible play, because you get 7 checks through Paradox. That's a lot of stuff. Desert, maybe 1, maybe 0, depending on what you actually find in there.
We saw Revenant checking the Hera big chest in the vanilla way, or the intended way. Without a sword to do the spin strat, he might not just want to take that risk of bomb jumping the hole, because if you fall in, it's pretty costly.
Oh yeah, better safe to go ahead and take the extra couple of seconds than to accidentally drop it and lose everything.
Yep.
3 strikes with a hammer, and Moldorm is down. A fantastic fight for Rampant. This is going to be crystal number 2, just 10 minutes after the first one. Only gets rewarded with a couple more blueberries, but you know what? That's 2 crystals. We're 2/7 of the way there. Woohoo! Alright, now Rampant is going to head over to Paradox Cave. Since he has the hammer, it will not be an issue. Tabbycat just now seen that hammer, so hopefully she will decide to go to desert, go to desert, go to desert!
Yeah, after she finishes this, she's not really gonna have very many options other than to head for desert.
Yeah,
Revenant is getting a little bodied here.
Oof, yeah, he's got to be careful. That mini Moldarm wants hugs. Ooh boy! Oh no, please! Don't die just yet, Rampant. You want to save yet. Get those items. Smart move,
Right.
getting that health. So far in Paradox Cave, top, nothing. Now we're going to the bottom. You may ask, but they climbed upstairs. How can it be going to the bottom? That's why it's called the Paradox. We got rupees. More rupees. A heart piece. Red mail. And a heart piece. So, after Tabbycat heads over to Spiral Cave, she will have to go over to Desert. Good news is she's got that really good defense and a good amount of hearts, so I don't think we're going to see any deaths anytime soon on her side. And Rampant seems to be pretty chill, aside from many Moldorms, so with that blue mail, I don't think he's going to have a problem either. Checking out the floating castle, aka floating island, and it's just a heart piece, so not gonna bother with that. To answer chat, our hookshot was in Saha's closet, and our glove was on Desert Ledge. So far, Tabbycat decided to go full South Shore with fake flippering to Eastern, while Rampant decided to go ahead and pop from Mini Moldorm over to Desert. And Desert was the better play. It gave him 2 crystals and Dark World access, which he is heading to right now.
Yeah, he's got at least Steve's town that he can full clear. Still needs a sword for Skull, but ooh, looks like a pet check over here.
Yeah, buddy. Aw, rest in peace, Pedestal. But hey, that could be good for our players here, as long as Armos does not actually have anything necessary on him. They won't have to go back to visit him, and his Remire may also not be necessary at all to dip. He's got 3 items, technically, with that green pendant, but, you can always hope. I just realized I was kind of muted there, so... Whoopsie! Alright, we've got ourselves a 5-6 on Pod, and Thieves Town with our other red pendant on Turtle Rock. So hey, guess what we don't need today?
No Ice Rod?
No Ice Rod, no Cane, no medallions.
That seems too good to be true. There's gotta be something in one of those dungeons.
Right? It just screams, hey, look at me. I'm expecting something like, I don't know, Vanilla Bow on Laser Bridge. Or Flippers. Or any other unique item on Laser Bridge, because it's pretty much vanilla in Randomizer. Tabbycat getting the mirror, while Rampant's checking his first chest in Skull Woods. It's a small key. You know what, that's good. He doesn't have to waste time pilfering that other small key to go ahead and get good routing on this batch. He's going to go ahead and check out the 4 chests in the front. Hopefully find that big key so he can actually open up the 5th one. Popping straight over to the Gibdo room. Gets another small key, so we can just do a big old circle. Passing through the pinball room, don't have to worry about nothing. Meanwhile, Tabby getting those gloves, she is right on track. Hopefully we'll be heading up to the Tower of Hera to go ahead and pick up that hammer. Pinball room. Ooh, big key. Okay, so guess what? We can open up all the chests. Yay!
Yeah, Tabby's going through this back with kind of the same loadout that Revenant did. She does have the hook shot, so didn't have to waste any magic on killing these little popos.
Is that what they're called?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I always call them jellies. I'm glad someone actually gave me the correct term.
Jellies makes me think of the Baris.
Oh yeah, the little dudes in Swamp. I'm assuming that's what they are.
The floating guys.
Oh,
I like to call them jellyfish. Yeah.
That makes much more sense. Ooh, Rampant's gonna be careful here. With that low a health, though, I'd just risk it and get a health reset.
Tabby's having... Okay, she's got a potion.
Oh yeah, she's good on that part. Is letting the jitters get the best of her, I can assure you. She's got to be careful, because she's running out of magic. Ooh, that's not good. Going back to bomb strats.
Break out those bombs.
Ooh, can she get it, though? That was one. That was pretty good. Rampant dancing with those Hinox. Come on. That should do it. Oh, yeah, there you go. Bomb strats with Landmo. Not the cleanest of fights, but good on her for finishing it.
Yeah, it's not the easiest to hit them with the bombs, so that's a really good job.
I would prefer to do hammer strats against Landmo than bomb strats. That's how annoying it can be.
Nice half magic here in Graveyard Ledge.
Also a wonderful convenience. Hopefully Tabby will go for that, because I know she really, really likes half magic. Rampant, heading over to the King's Tomb. This is really good routing once you go ahead and take care of the two worst spots to Orphan. Unfortunately, it was nothing. Oh, hey, look at that. Big 20 is on both screens. It's like we're synced. Tabby just doing a save and quit, most likely going up to Death Mountain. Save some time and get a quicker health refill, so not bad. Gonna be picking up that hammer, and we'll see if she wants to go and pop into Tower of Hera to finish that off, or if she's gonna go directly into the Dark World. Meanwhile, Rampant is gonna go ahead and check out the view. And I always like to call this one, of course it doesn't want to do it this time because I'm talking about it, I like to call that Mario's Wallet, because almost every single time I play a game it has money in it, and since Mario's picture is right there in the doorway, it's his house.
What? What about the house that has actual Mario in it?
Nah, that's Hotel Mario, that's different. And brewery, just showing that the recession hits everybody, going from that 300 rupees down to 20. And Maze Game gives us more bombs. So Village of Outcasts not really helping much, but hey, we got Thieves Town. It's a 5/6 crystal, so that's one piece of the puzzle out of the way. Hopefully we'll have one of the 4 items in here actually be progression. You know, like a sword.
No, I want to continue to see these clutch boss fights and for them to take out Hammer blind.
I wouldn't want to wish that on anybody. Thankfully, they've got health and defense, so it's not an issue. But I, for one, despise Hammer Blind. However, that bow definitely makes up for a few things. Definitely makes sure that things are going to be easier. And it looks like Tabby is going to go for the Harapot. See if she can go ahead and get it. Setting up with the bootstraps. Ooh, almost getting it, but giving up after the second try. That one is tricky because it's an odd setup. You have to make sure that you are on the correct pixel, or else, as you saw, it just bounces you off.
Yeah, there's these tricks you definitely have to put some time into, and even when you do, sometimes it just doesn't work out. So if you like what you're seeing, be sure to give these runners a follow.
Oh, most definitely. Not only are they doing this for free for our entertainment, but these guys are really decent runners when it comes to actually giving us some entertainment. You can see a lot of the stuff that they do on speed gaming channels like this, and the Link to the Past League, or ALTTP League channels. So feel free to go ahead and check them out, give them a follow, and watch some of the videos. I think you'll like it. Of course, you can't hype them up too much. You gotta say decent. If you say, you know, they're fantastic, they're godlike, it's setting false expectations, man. That's false advertising. I can get sued for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did look up some stats on them. Looks like neither of them participated in the qualifiers for the main tournament. So no real information there. But Tabbycat looks like she's done about 50 races on SRL. It started racing since about mid last year. RampantRevenant, on the other hand, he looks like he did his first SRL race just a few days ago. He's only got one under his belt.
So he is definitely what you call a new runner for the streaming purposes. I believe I read up somewhere that he's actually an SMZ3 runner. That he's done a lot of Super Metroid. And so this is his kind of debut into the rando of Link to the Past. I'm not sure if that's him or someone else I read up on, but judging by the way he's routing and his execution so far, I wouldn't be too much off if I said, yeah, he's definitely an SMZ3 player. So far, nothing else in Thieves Town except from that bow. Ooh, Tabbycat getting pushed off the ledge by that wonderful Moldorm. And it does look like Blind is going to have our last item, so Hammer Blind, here we go. Blue Mail and 10 Hearts ain't going to be a problem.
Alright, this is what I want to see. Maybe he'll drop a sword.
You doing a blind run of the game? Anyway, Tabbycat taking down Moldorm, getting her second crystal. Da-da-da-da. And so far, a fantastic hammer blind for Rampant over there. Just a wee bit off script because of that first hammer miss, but hey, this is pretty darn good. Anytime you kill blind with a hammer without dying is a good time. And you get rewarded with magic powder.
Alright, maybe Magic Bat has our sword then.
Nah, let's be mean and say that both Misery Mire and Turtle Rock have absolutely nothing in them whatsoever, and all 4 of our swords are in GT. And to make matters worse, they're not in the basement. All 4 chests in the climb are swords.
Sorry to break it to you, but they do need to finish Skull Woods, and there has to be a sword for that.
No, let me have my dreams, darn it! You take your logic and get out of here.
I believe Tabby has exhausted all of her Light World options except for Zora. So she's going to start her Dark World tour over by Hype Cave.
Not a bad play, per se. I mean, you've got 5 in Hype Cave, you've got Stumpy, you've got Digging Game. If you happen to find the Titan's mitts in any of those, it's a quick jump over to Village of Outcasts. Since she's got the mirror, she can also check out Cave 45, aka the Grove chest. And heck, if we find the flippers, you know what that means? Early swamp access. So far, it's 1 heart piece. Blue rupees, not the type of blue we need. Red boomerang, blueberries, and our first sword! Hey, look at that! So that's good. That means she can finish off Skull Woods in one go. She won't have nearly as annoying fight against Blind. Ooh, and it looks like Danphy over there is hiding his buried treasure today. Rampant is going to go ahead and once again high-five Tabbycat here. Ooh, lamp. Okay, there is our logical darkroom access. Not necessary, but you know what? It's good. Especially if we're stuck with Silverless Master Sword Ganon. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel like Rampant's going to head over to Pod and Eastern after checking out Hype Cave. That looks really tempting now.
That would be wise. I can definitely see him checking out Hype Cave first, but afterwards, definitely going to go ahead and check out the back of Saha's Closet, Eastern, Pod, get all that stuff out of the way. So he is most definitely going to find his hookshot here shortly.
So what are we actually looking for? Do we just need the flippers and then another sword?
Oh, no, we flippers and Titan's mitts, yeah. So yeah, we're flippers and mitts away. Now, let's go ahead and start speculating all the crazy places that flippers could be. I, for one, think it's going to be on Laser Bridge, once again. Just because it's Turtle Rock. The game likes to be mean. Now, of course, there's a lot of stuff we can check everywhere. We've got all of Pod, we've got all of Swamp, we've got all of GT. Chances are really good we're going to find a second sword.
I like this play by Tabby. There's still... it can be a little bit rough trying to kill Mothula with just a fighter sword, so she's going to go ahead and pick up some potions to help with that, it looks like.
Very, very smart idea. Yep, and Rampant is heading over to that eastern area. Gonna go ahead and head into the Dark World, use that mirror to check Saha on the way over to our wonderful Palace of Darkness. So he's gonna get that hookshot, and we're gonna see what is in Pod. 5 items, let's hope one of them is progression. Meanwhile, Tabbycat is gonna be heading over to our wonderful Mothula fight. Not gonna find much in the way of items, but we will be able to go ahead and take down the Moth. So that is a darn good bit of routing for her case.
Did Revenant find both items in Skullwoods?
I think so. I know one of them was a heart container. I think the other was balls?
I don't remember at all. It was so long ago.
Right? I'm a goldfish. My memory is just gone after 5 seconds. Tabbycat making a really nice play here to go directly to the back of Moth. If Moth is a Crystal and you can beat her, it's really better just to go ahead and go to the back, because if you're lucky and you get both items back here, you don't have to worry about nothing else. Unfortunately, we know that at least one item is in the front. It's not worth it to my recollection, but she doesn't know that yet. Ah, yes, the compass. Now we'll know where the boss is. Oh, whoops. Kind of forgetting that you need to hit those little piles there to get the floor back. But that's alright, she got that, so she's going to go ahead and get her magic refill and a convenient little bit of health. Over on Rampant's side, we did get a small key in the first chest and a compass in the second, so can't check the one above the arena, but he's going to fall down here, probably going to find another small key, and more than likely book it over to the Bowlock side.
Yeah, you don't want to head to the back with just one key and then find out that you need another key to get to clear it out.
Oh yeah. It doesn't happen often that you don't find at least one more small key back there, but oh boy, it's not fun when that happens. Mafia fight over on Tabbycat's side, doing well so far. Got a couple of fire rod shots, going ham on that sword swing, just trying to avoid all those dang spikes. And I don't blame her, those spikes are super annoying.
Yeah, the spikes are the main thing she needs to concentrate on. With Red Mail, you can kind of tank Mothula because she's only going to do half a heart to you. But the spikes do you one full heart, no matter what kind of clothes you're wearing.
Now, over on the Bowlock side, we did see two small keys, so that does mean, logically, it wanted you to go Bowlock side first. So good play. And Tabbycat takes down the Moth, so we are actually tied up. Oh, gets the Master Sword! For her troubles.
Well, so there was an extra item in the back.
Yes, that is excellent for Tabbycat. Means that she's going to be able to do a little bit more damage, make it a whole heck of a lot easier to fight King Helmasaur here. I mean, you can always use 8 arrows, but it's easier if you use Master Sword swings. Let's see if Pod is actually going to have anything decent. You know, Silvers, Master Sword, the Flippers, Titansmiths. Something. Not bombs. Come on, game. Behave yourself. I said not bombs. It's like it's not even listening. Ooh, okay, that means we have ourselves an item possibly on the wonderful, wonderful chest over the arena. Unless it happens to the map, very likely going to be an item. Well, I mean, that's... Okay, yeah, it's definitely an item.
Could be the big key, though. Has he found the big key yet?
Nah, if he doesn't find it down here, then yeah, it's definitely the big key. It's the big key. Okay, yeah. That is super rude, mind you. Because the game wants you to go Bowlock side first before even touching that front door. That is just rude.
I mean, that's why you don't really want to leave anything in the front.
And it looks like Tabbycat did find her second item, so she is out of there. Checking out Bumper Ledge, Graveyard Ledge, gonna get that half magic, and then get that extra 20 bucks from King's Tomb. Get everything taken care of up here. Looks like that was just under 20 bucks on Bumper Ledge, so not gonna worry about that.
Did Tabby happen to check Ped while she was over there?
She did not. She decided to nope right on out of there, so she's either assuming this is not a Ped seed, or she's gonna blind pull it. The evil calm side of me wants her to blind pull it, but the teammate in me says no.
Alright, Revenant's gonna give this chest another look. Looks like he thought about doing hammer jump and then said, this floor is way too fast.
I don't blame him. I've only successfully pulled that off once, and it was when I didn't have the big key, and the big key was not in the dark maze. So it was the seed's way of telling me never to attempt a hammer jump ever again. Hey, look at that. We got a heart container. So, not completely... Yeah, it was completely worthless. So, Pod has been a bit of a bust. Aside from it being a crystal, 5/6, yeah, there's not much necessary here. I'd say the best thing about this is that once he's done here, he can mosey over to the Big Bomb shop, grab it, go do Pyramid, get the crack out of the way, and then go check Catfish. Possibly Zora. Maybe. I'm not sure if he has looked into Splash Deletion yet, so he's probably not going to do anything else. But we'll have to see what happens. Brewery. Ooh, that's a random spawn.
Both runners starting to run out of checks, I think, a little bit. I mean, Revenant can still go into Eastern after this. Tabby's gonna open up a little bit once she gets his bow over here.
Oh yeah, we still have that item on Armos, so that may be progression. It's not fun progression, but it could be something. So aside from Pyramid Crack, Zora, and Catfish, we just have Armos left.
Well, with that Master Sword, we also have Almost Tablet. I don't think anybody checked it yet.
Nope, nobody has checked that yet. Oh man, that'd be great if it was something like Titan's Mitts. That'd be so perfect. Now it's time for King Helmsaur fight, or as most of us call him, Dino Kitty. Fun thing about this is he's immune to single sword slashes from the fighter sword, so you either have to charge up your slash or do the pixel perfect hammer swing, or just shoot 8 arrows into his face. One of those. I mean, he doesn't like any of those, but yeah, that works. Good job, Rampant. Ooh, that was a Master Sword on that wonderful Dino Kitty. So he is picking up our 3rd sword overall, 2nd for him. That means Tabbycat's going to find Tempered very shortly. So the question is, when is Rampant gonna go ahead and check out Mavula? As Chad is stating, all the swords are on bosses? What? I mean, I'd like to think that Hype Cave is a boss in its own right, so I'm going to say yes. And just as I thought, Rampant is going to go ahead and dip into Eastern here. Let's see if he decides to go ahead and go all the way, since we know Armos is going to go ahead and drop an item. Is it going to be worth it? We know for a fact that he is not going to go for Ped because he's already checked it. So is Blue Pendant going to be a good thing?
I've got to imagine he's kind of locked himself into that decision.
Oh, yeah.
There's really not that much else for him to do. I mean, he hasn't done kind of the flippers checks all the way to Ice Rod, and he's got Catfish in the Pyramid area, but that's pretty much it. So if he's in here taking advantage of this time, then he's gotta go all the way to the end.
That is true. He did skip Ice Rod Cave. We know it's nothing, but he doesn't. That could eat him up if he decides to skip everything and nothing gives him progression until, Ice Rod and like 2 other things are available to him. Tabby's still making her way through Stevestown quite well, not having any trouble with the health. Gonna be picking up Blind and checking out that map in the big chest here shortly. Meanwhile, Rampant is gonna go ahead and find that other bottle of goo. Gonna be a nice little safety for him. And to clarify some speculation in chat, yes, this is 100% accessibility, so, or availability, I forget which terminology it is, but basically everyone will have 100% accessibility to all unique items. So even though we've got Pendant Mire and Pendant Turtle Rock, we won't find the Cane of Samaria in Turtle Rock or on Vidi. So no worries there.
Alright, Revenant is going to the back, gonna give us a look at what Armos has.
Just gotta be careful with his arrow count, though. Thankfully, there are plenty of pots that are giving us refills along the way. Let's hope he picks them up.
Tabby a little bit off script, but she's got the health to be able to just tank this.
Oh yeah, the fact that she's got 2 swords, I mean, not that it really makes a difference how many you have, other than just one, it's gonna be a cakewalk. So, one last hit, and bada bing, Blind is down. We are back to being tied up with our wonderful count of 4 crystals to 4 crystals. There you go. You always want to make sure you got enough arrows to kill off those Armos Knights. Ooh, he's setting up the quick kill. See if he can get it. Ah, misses it just by a smidge, but good setup for right there. 3 more arrows, and bam! So, heart piece, not necessary. Eastern, completely skippable. And just like clockwork, Tabbycat is going to go check out the magic bat, be pleasantly surprised with a giant ball of nothing. Meanwhile, Rampant is going to say no to... Oh, nope. Looks like he is. He's going to go ahead and go check out the big bomb in Pyramid Fairy. So, at this point, I gotta say, the best hope Tabbycat has is to go ahead and mosey over to Pod, skip out on Eastern altogether, and for Rampant not to get to Moth until the very end. So that way, at least she'll have a Temper Sword advantage versus a Master Sword. Not a huge one, but it can save a couple of minutes overall in some boss fights. Of course, that's going to be null and void when he actually decides to go to fight Mothula, but yeah, it just depends on what the seeds want to give us. Ooh, very nice. Rampant doing a little bit of a damage boost there to go ahead and keep that big bomb tailing him, because if you notice, when you try to run from the big bomb, it decides to stay put and explode. So if you damage boost and then start up a dash immediately after, it will go ahead and stay with you.
Yeah, basically anytime that the big bomb is trying to catch up to you, you can dash away, and the big bomb won't know to drop.
Ooh, that is not something you want to see. $300 and the ice rod in the pyramid crack. So, I mean, if we find the cane soon. Oh, Titan's mitts. Ooh, boy.
Alright. In actuality, not quite what the runners would like to see. They would have preferred to have found the flippers first and have Titan's Mitt be their go mode.
Oh yeah, Titan's Mitts go mode is a godsend for Randomizer, because Titan's Mitts locks so much. And flippers lock Swamp and 4 items.
Yeah, but this makes this route a lot more enticing to Rampant because he knows that there can't be anything in Waterfalls or his Ledge or Hobo, so he's not going to bother wasting his time on that. Hopefully.
Oh, very true. I'd say the only reason why he ever check those is if he was looking for some type of convenience. You know, silvers, another sword, something. Catfish, however, is giving us nada.
Maybe he wants a red mail.
Hey, that's true. That is true.
Alright, first look at Zora an hour in.
Alright, let's see if Zora's going to be kind or if he's going to give us something like vanilla flips. Will this be go mode or will he be hunting for more? Whoop, nope, it's the last bottle. Amazingly, not full of water. So, alright, we've got Titan's Mitts. We are one item away from go mode. Where in the world are those flippers going to be?
I would like to see him take out Skull Woods. It's a crystal dungeon. There's an item left. Might as well.
Ooh, no, he's going to pop up here. I think he's going to check out Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny. I mean, that's honestly a much better play because you've got 6 items up here versus, you know, Misery Mire area, which is 3? Not including Misery Mire itself, of course. But assuming we can even open it, it's not really something you want to go into immediately. Now, the interesting thing that thankfully Chad is being evil enough to point out for us, if we don't find the Cane of Samaria outside of GT, then if the big key is locked on the right side, we're going to need that Cane of Samaria. So if the cane is somewhere out here in the big blue world, we're going to want that before we head into GT. But that's only a 25% chance of happening, so very unlikely. Now, over on Tabby's side, unfortunately, she's going through the same thing that Rampant did. She's going to go ahead and find out that she can't get to this big chest because she doesn't have that big key.
To be fair, this doesn't happen all that often. So, if you've never encountered this situation before, then yeah.
Yep, you get that wonderful text that says, hey, something's missing. We get a heart piece and a red rupee. Alright, so that is Super Bunny Cave out of the way. We got 4 more coming up here in Hookshot Cave. Now, we still have Spike Cave available, as well as the Mire area, so we can at least get that nosy in. Now, the thing we don't want to see here, from a runner's perspective, is Kane. Oh, thankfully we can get Spike. We really don't want to see Kane. We really don't. Let's see if Fate's going to be kind. First one, 20 bucks. Second one, blue cane. Thank God it's not the red one. Third, heart container.
The
Fourth,
cane does put Spike Cave into logic.
that is a good point. Very good point. So, I'd say Spike Cave's the right play there. Wondering if he's going to go. Nope, I think he's going to do Mire Shed. Again, don't blame him, because it's a much better check. And hey, we'll be able to see what medallion our Mire is. See if we'll have to double dip that. No, that would be perfect. Mire has Cane. Flippers on Turtle Rock Laser Bridge. Ah, it's Ether, never mind. Wait, Ether and Mire Shed, come on. Let's see it. Come on. Give us the key under the mat. You know you want to do it, game. Ah, dang it. Alright, my only hope now is checkerboard. Or Cane and checkerboard, that would be nice.
It'd be interesting to understand why he's putting off Skullwoods for so long, though.
Well, either he miscounted the items, or he doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, his flippers could be hiding back here.
That, and you have to think about some of the stuff he's skipped. He may be thinking at this point, there are some easy things I've missed. Maybe it's not there? But yeah, it looks like he's going back to Skull Woods, so that's not going to be a problem.
Alright. He may decide to do Blacksmith Chain after this. That's really kind of his only option left.
Right? It would definitely be a better play. You get 3 items, plus the... well, 4 technically, because you get the hammer pegs. Or no, that is just 3 items, yeah. Smithy, hammer pegs, lunchbox.
And Bombo's tablet.
Oh, right. We still haven't seen that yet. There goes Tabbycat taking care of Dino Kitty, getting her 5th crystal, and technically taking the lead. Unfortunately, that's not going to be for long, because Rampant's going to be tying her in just a sec. But if Tabby goes real quick over to the pyramid and then decides to check out Bombo's tablet, that may give her a little bit of a push.
Yeah, if she checks Bombo's tablet first and happens to find flippers there, I think that'll give her a good lead.
Oh, most definitely.
Because there's going to be almost nowhere else for her to check for the mitts, and she'll find that in relatively short order.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not quite sure what her routing will do, since she's got that 5-6 crystal. I think she's going to go ahead and do the same ploy of taking the big bomb up to the pyramid and doing that way. She's probably also going to go ahead and do the catfish as well. So she may orphan Bombos for a bit. Or do it right now?
Yeah, I like the play of doing it right now. She's got so few checks left that you really don't want to orphan anything anymore. And this is as close as you're gonna get.
Yeah, I hope this pays off for her. I hope this is flippers. Not only, of course, because I'm her teammate, but this would be a fantastic gamble. Meanwhile, Rampant is doing away with that wonderful moth. It's just not being nice. It's keeping on those spikes, but yeah, he's got it. It's down. Oof, and only 10 arrows on Bombos. So I'm thinking the Smith chain is going to be where it's at. Hopefully, when she finds those Titan Smiths, she'll immediately go, ooh, Smith chain.
We've got Smith's Chain and Spike Cave.
I know this is 10 minutes in the past, but I want to try and activate my psychic powers to tell her to remember one of her old races. Back when I first got her involved into the randomizer scene, we started doing some mock races. Not SRL, so it's all good. And she didn't have a Twitch stream at the time, so through Discord, she'd go ahead and share her screen. I'd crop the Discord onto my stream. We'd go ahead and stream it that way. And I typically like having my stream up to make sure it looks good, right? Well, to do that, I went ahead and had my phone showing the stream, put a little piece of paper over her side so I didn't, cheat, and see where she was at. While I was playing, it got a little heated, and I accidentally hit my desk, knocked a little thing off, so I went to move the paper. And I just so happened to see that she had just gone into Spy Cave. I didn't see what item she got, but I was on blue mail, she was on red. So I was thinking, you know what? There's probably red mail in that chest, so I don't have to worry about going there. It wasn't red mail. It was a mirror. And Swamp was a crystal.
Rampant looks like he's finally decided to check out Ice Rod Cave.
Unfortunately for him, it's gonna be nothing. Yeah, moral of the story, folks, don't cheat. Sorry, Chrono Time. It was blue, but it wasn't the type of blue we're looking for. So, alright, Tabbycat is going to go ahead and head over to Catfish, and then most likely Zora. Well, Rampant is going to go ahead and do the Smith Chain by the looks of it. So, Tabby needs to go over to the Smith Chain.
Yeah, and after the runners find flippers, it's just gonna be go mode, ice go mode, swamp palace, and then do this GT climb.
Yep, and from there, it's just going to be execution up that tower.
Rampant's probably a little bit nervous. Never feels good when you're down to the last few locations looking for progression.
Oh yeah, I gotta say he's doing really well with his execution though. The fact that he's got 6 dungeons out of the way and we're only a little over an hour and 10 minutes in, or under an hour and 10 minutes in, and we just found the Titansmiths. He's cleared everything that's not Titansmiths locked. That's really dang good.
I think once we saw those first few boss fights, you could tell that he's a little on top of the ball. Not what you would expect from someone who's just got one SRL race.
Exactly. That's why practice, or at least perfect practice, makes perfect.
And I did just check. He doesn't have any other SRL races, so it's not like he's been racing SMZ3 on there either.
So definitely a wild card, but for his debut match in this league, this is really dang good for him. Now Tabbycat is making her way over to Super Pony Cave and over to Wonderful Hookshot Cave. When she gets the Cane of Burnet, if she decides to go over to Spy Cave, and it happens to be the Flippers, then that is going to put her in go mode and give her the advantage that Rampant is going to be needing. If Rampant finds it here in this purple lunchbox, then that's more than likely going to be game. All right, Gary, what you got? Oh, my heart. All right, so go mode at 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 35 seconds for Rampant. He is gonna bulldoze through swamp and ice and then make his way up the tower.
Yeah, it's a pretty early go mode, but I guess that's what happens when, you've got Turtle Rock and Mire and swamp and ice all locked out from you.
Exactly. Now for the fun part. Thankfully both these runners are, well, I'm just guessing from Rampant's execution so far, he's going to be comfortable with Silverless, especially with Tempered. And I know Tabbycat has been practicing Silverless Ganon forever, so that's not going to be a problem either. They both have half magic, they've got plenty of health. This is not going to be a problem for either of them. Ooh, Tabbycat is going to go ahead and check out our Spy Cave for us. She is remembering our sad little tale. So we're going to go ahead and find out what's there. Hopefully it's something decent. If we get another sword or silvers, that would definitely help her out. Hopefully it is not the Cane of Samaria. Unless, of course, GT Big Key is on the right side of GT, in which case I hope it's the Cane of Samaria. Oh, and that does actually cover a good point. If GT Big Key is on the right side of GT Basement, we are technically not in go mode. But
Yeah,
we won't know that for a while.
I think at this point that would be Tabby's clearest route to victory if she finds the cane and Revenant happens to skip it somewhere.
Although I don't see her going anywhere but the Smith chain at this point, since that's realistically the only thing she can do aside from Armos. Yeah, she's going Smith chain.
Yeah, there are no other real options for her.
So this isn't too bad.
It really does look like the cane is locked behind flippers at least.
Ooh, well, there's our there's our cave. Oh, she's gonna do a late bed check just to make sure she's not screwed out of those flips. Well, thankfully for her, it's just a heart container.
We got another one of Zelda's famous big eye bosses here on Revenant's side.
Good old-fashioned Argus. Ooh, misses the first time, but gets the second one perfectly. She's rewarded with a heart piece and the 6th crystal. Yay! Tabbycat making her way downtown, walking fast. Trees are past, and she's Jeremiah bound. Rampant gonna go ahead and float over to 8, pop into that nice chilly water, and check out our favorite cold ice dungeon. At this point, Tabby is one full dungeon behind, but I think she can make up a little bit of time. Thankfully, her go mode execution for dungeons is pretty good.
Oh, she's got to get that purple lunchbox all the way down south. It's going to be closer to 1.5, maybe almost 2 dungeons behind.
Very, very true. Thankfully, with this, it's just a flute away. Now, wouldn't that be a hoot if Kana Samaria did actually lock the GT Big Key, Ether was in the left side GT Basement, and Kana Samaria was in Misery Mire?
That would be disgusting.
Yeah. Of course, I've got another person in chat being as evil. I appreciate that. And go mode for Tabbycat at 1:15 and loose change. Just realizing that she still needs that portal, so she's gonna run up and hit that button.
Yeah, so the time difference is not that large. I mean, they're hitting go mode within 5 minutes of each other. Definitely possible to make up.
I was gonna say, that's one cold stare death, one fall to cannon, really bad routing in the basement. It will be interesting to see what is gonna happen.
Revenant is doing some convenient checks. We saw him do the waterfall chest in swamp as well.
I mean, it's right there. It doesn't take that much of a difference, and if it's something decent like silvers, then it's definitely something to go for. His health is getting pretty low. I hope he's got a spare potion on there. I think he still has at least that one blue potion.
opting to use Fire Rod instead of Bombos. It does make the fight a little bit quicker, although I did wish he stood a little closer to Cold Stare because you'll be able to shoot off those shots faster. Takes Cold Stare down with no problems, and that's his last crystal. You know what that means?
Oh yes, our wonderful key game. I'll go ahead and get this going. Alright everybody, go ahead and pop in your guesses into chat. Pick a number between 1 and 22. This is guessing where the GT Big Key will be. If you guess correctly, then you get leaderboard points and... well, I guess you'd say... yeah. You know what that prize is? It's the respect from your peers. The best prize of all. But really, that's about it. I mean, we're poor. We can't give you anything. Sorry. Just our love and admiration.
I think the usual prize is an unlimited supply of ALTTPR seeds.
Yeah, just don't tell anybody you already have access to that. It's our secret. Alright, Tabbycat getting that cane as well. Rampant gonna go ahead and head up the Dark World route. Since he didn't open up the portal in Turtle Rock, this may actually be a little bit faster for him. So that way he doesn't have to worry about hammering the pegs, doing the screen transition, and then jumping down. So as long as he didn't get dead rocked in this segment, it should match up pretty evenly.
And we will be going off of the count as Rampant opens up the chest. So if in the case that the big key is on the right side and he's gotta go back out and come back in later, we will be going off of that count. Although, what happens to the game if he forfeits and we never get to see where it is?
That would be terrible. I hope he doesn't. Alright, guesses are closed. So now we're going to start off with the Hope Room as Tabbycat's getting her 6th crystal. First chest is a small key. Second chest is 20 rupees. Now this is an interesting one. And typically if you find a small key there, it might actually be better to go ahead and go over to the right. But we'll see where he wants to go from here.
Well, he can't really go to the right, can he?
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Kane, duh. But yeah, number 3 is our key for the game. It was on the big torch, so good guess to Chadrell, or Chad. Mr. Chad, you got it right with number 3. Oh boy. Alright, well, this is going to be interesting for Tabbycat. Great for Rampant. You're going to make this a very, very quick tower climb. Ooh, Rampant's going to need to farm up those arrows, though. Thankfully, there are some right there. Let's hope he just does not miss. He can only miss one shot. I think he's going to do it. He's got it. Up. Alright, he's good. He's good.
Making us all nervous over here.
Right? Meanwhile, Tabbycat is booking it through Ice Palace. She ain't giving no sass to nobody. Now comes the gauntlet climb. Take out your sword and start slashing away. Ooh, poor Tabby did not get that double Stalfos bomb hit. Or big skeleton dude hit. Whatever those are called. Yeah, Rampant is just booking it. Dang.
Yeah, half magic and fire rod makes quick work of the gauntlet.
It's like this is a race or something. He's getting low on health, though. He's got to be real careful. Oh, good. He's taking this time to refill, get that fairy going. It's only 7 hearts, but that can make or break a seed.
Takes down Landmo 2, and he's going up to the top.
And of course, we don't have the cane, so this is going to be a very unsatisfying whiz rope room. I'm sorry, everybody. You'll have to forgive me. That's alright, we'll get through this.
Typically the backup strat is to use your arrows, but it's not like he's swimming in those either.
Exactly. Alright, Tabby is getting to one of the last rooms here for Ice Palace. Going to be fighting Cold Stare here in a moment. Meanwhile, Rampant's got to be super careful with his timing. He's going to need that magic refill, so this should time well so he doesn't get any despawn glitch. And he is good. Let's see if he's going to go ahead and pick up the extra chest. Nope, he is confident with his tempered, so he ain't even going to bother.
Tabbycat taking down Cold Stare for her 7th crystal.
Very nice. And Rampant picking up that very, very good option there. Definitely good to have a backup just in case. And Moldorm is down. We're going to go ahead and pop over this little gate here. And on to... Oh, he's picking up the last chest in the dungeon. Gets a nice heart container for it. Not only does that help his refill, but in the event that Aga decides to be super mean and kill him twice, he doesn't have to worry about beating that dang Moldorm again. Meanwhile, Tabby is going to go ahead and climb up this mountain and make her way over to Ganon's Tower. Going to find the big key very quickly, seeing as how it's on the torch, and we can't exactly go the right side. But for Rampant, we're doing some econometry. It's 2 shots in the first go. Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good so far. Very nice 3-cycle.
Excellent 2-2-2 pattern. Good job, Rampant. Now it's time for the big pig. Everybody's favorite.
What do you think, a sub 130 here?
Oh yeah. Knock on wood, that doesn't fall. This is definitely going to be a sub 130. Perfect setup for the spin slash, which gets that first phase out of the way on the second go around. Also perfect setup for the second phase. Sets up right, you just need 3 spin slashes and you are good. Just one more for good measure. Gotta be careful not to take any more damage because that could be tricky. There you go, avoid those bats, smack that pig. Ooh, doesn't hit it in time. Does not actually count on that first one. Gets it the second time around though. Smack at the pig one more time. And we are into phase 4, where he will tell us where those wonderful silver arrows are. I'm gonna say... tower.
Got it.
Yeah, probably either left side or right side, since obviously wasn't any of the chests that we checked, so those are gonna be gone forever.
Alright, he needs to do 12 spins on Ganon here. Taking it nice and easy.
Gonna say he's going the nice route to make sure he does not slip up. That is crucial for this point.
Tabby having no problems with her arrow count as she starts the climb.
Getting those red Igor out of the way super quick. Just needs 2 more hits over on Rampant's side. Let's see if he can get this. That's 1, and bada bing! Alright, so he just has to cross this deadly, deadly bridge. If he does it, we've got ourselves a winner.
Yep, get your GGs in chat for Revenant.
G to Revenant. He has finished with an SRL time of 1:28:59. Not only making it a sub 90 minute, he technically makes it through sub 89. Oh.
And we're actually joined by Revenant here. GG's.
Hey, thank you, GG.
So how did the seed go?
Better than I expected. I got worried whenever I last location flippers. But even with that, this is actually still my personal best seed.
Very nice. We were actually commentating on that, because we saw that in terms of SRL races, you've only done 1 prior. How new are you to the Link to the Randomizer scene here?
I've been running for a couple years.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
New name?
Yeah, I just did SRL for the first time with Tam last Monday. But we've been running together for a while.
Gotcha. Now, I can't remember if it was you that I've read about or someone else, but are you an SMV3 player?
Here and there. I am.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. But I gotta say, the routing decision early on was really, really good. Oh, when you found the book along with those boots, what was your main deciding factor to go from Mini Moldorm over to Desert?
Just the fact that I had booked so early and I could finish it with the fire rod that I got from Uncle. And I still had that green potion, so I decided to go ahead and do it.
So the lack of gloves didn't quite phase you at that point?
Not yet. And then when I started on the Graveyard Ledge, it's even better.
There you go.
Not Graveyard Ledge, Desert Ledge, my bad.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing we had a joke about. Purdy had the same kind of mentality, thinking, yeah, we can clear Desert. And I sat there like, there's this kind of problem called rocks. Kind of need something to lift those up. Thankfully, the seed was being very kind and giving you those right then and there. So, yeah I gotta say, for execution, you did fantastic, as well as your routing. So, again, GG's on that.
Yeah, I felt like I got a little sloppy in Pod and Skullwoods. But I think I made up for it.
Yeah, there was some tough boss fights there, almost running out of magic for Landmo and doing Hammer Blind. I mean, these are not normal fights.
Yeah, I got a little practice with Hammer Blind over the week, just doing some underseeds. I made a big gamble that the big key was not coming on the right side of GT because I didn't bother looking for the red cane.
Yeah, we had bets going on about that.
Yeah, I would have been real trouble if it wasn't on left side.
Oh, that's not good. Tabbycat did not find an extra key to climb up the tower. Ooh boy.
Yeah, she just needs to pick it up.
Good.
It's fine.
Alright, that's good. I was worried there. I was like, wait, did she already kill the Helmasaur? Making me scared. Yeah, of course I had to go ahead and root for my teammate there. Tabby's on Hyrule Track and Field, so am I. I decided to take the off week this time because I despise Open with a passion. But I'm thankful she took it because No, I don't have to complain about not playing it.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Randomizer week 3.
Yes, that's my favorite. And that actually begs the question, what are the game plans for Ambrosia next week?
It's looking like Werfjig and Tam will probably running it. We're gonna be setting up the schedule tomorrow.
Ah, perfect. Yeah. Well, since we're not facing against each other, I'm feeling confident telling you. I am taking the Ambrosia seed along with Tabbycat this next week. Jetters has the same disdain for Ambrosia that I do for Open, so he's setting out on that one. But you mentioned Randomizer being the one you're looking forward to. How do you guys feel about the mystery seed coming up?
We haven't really talked much about it. I don't have too much problem with mystery seeds. That was the first SRL race Tam and I did, was the mystery seed. Ended up being an entrance randomizer.
And as far as entrants go, are you sitting out on the cross keys, or are you going to go ahead and give that a shot?
We don't quite know yet. We haven't set that up.
I gotta say, cross keys is honestly one of the more entertaining sections. If you are thinking that you're confident enough to go ahead and give it a shot as one of the two runners, I would definitely recommend taking a couple of practice runs. Not only, of course, so you can get used to it, but just so you can enjoy it. Because entrance is fun. Cross keys makes it so much better.
Yeah, I have a little bit of experience with cross keys. I've done a few.
And it looks like Tabby is going to go ahead and get through that second phase pretty quickly, going with the cave strats and just beating the heck out of that pig.
I don't have the restream up. Did she find silvers in GT?
Nah, she actually basically did the same routing you did. Opened up the same chest as well.
Yeah, I got that hint on that last phase. Like, I wonder if I explored a little bit further, what have I found?
My money is on right side GT. I think the seed was going to be mean enough to actually keep it away from both of you.
Most likely.
One thing I was actually hoping for, just because I like being evil, I was really hoping that GT Big Key would be blocked on the right side, Ether would be in the left side of the basement, and Canis Mario would be in Misery Mire.
Oh, yeah, that would be evil. I was thinking about that too. I didn't have the Ether, so... What if I had to go back to Mire? What if the Red Cane wasn't in Swamp or Ice Palace?
Yep, that would have been evil.
Tabby onto phase 4 of Ganon over here. Starting on her silverless run.
She on Timbered Sword or Butter Sword?
Timbered, gotta love that. Ooh,
Yeah,
she is running low on health though, she's gotta be super careful.
Yeah, you guys both basically nearly last location the flippers. So most of the same checks.
Oh, Tabbycat, use your potion. You are running way too low.
I believe she did a check right before this phase of the fight, and she only has a green potion.
Oh no. Be super careful, please don't die. Alright, well she's got that, so that's good. But yeah, we were actually surprised that it took so long to find... Ooh, no. Oof, that's a death. That's alright, she'll be able to get a refill with that fairy down here. Yeah, we were surprised to see that swords... It took so dang long to find your first sword.
Yeah, it did.
Hype Cave, Mavula, King Helmasaur.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't finish Go Woods the first time I went through, because I didn't have the sword.
Yeah, we were actually worried that you had forgotten that there is an item on Mavula in the back. Because you ended up not going back there for quite some time after finding that sword. And then when we started doing other overworld checks before finding those Titans myths, we were like, come on, there's something back there, and it's a crystal, you kind of want to do it. But then thankfully you went back and finished it.
Yeah, I always kept that in the back of my mind. I almost got worried when I found out Ice Rod and Pyramid Fairy.
Oh,
It's going to
yeah.
require a dip into Total Rock. Find something on Trinex that would have been really bad.
But thankfully, that lack of a cane made sure that you did not have to worry about it, because, oh boy, that would have been painful.
Yeah, and I had the medallion to get in there too.
And to be fair, I was cursing you both by saying we should have flips on its Laser Bridge vanilla location. I mean, that's my first thought whenever I see a pendant Turtle Rock. It's, alright, which unique item is going to sit there?
I had a seed this morning where Flutes was on Laser Bridge, and that was the go mode item.
Oh, goodness.
Alright, Tabbycat. Again on phase 4, getting the torch glitch. We'll see how she does this time. She's at full health.
Yeah, I think she's got it this time. She just needs to get those jitters out of the way and enjoy butchering this big pig. That's 4 hits right there. Staying smart and just using the lamp. Not trying to go for the 3-hit strat with the Fire Rod. Ooh, this is the 8th hit. So we're off count, but she can pull it back up. Ooh, be careful, Tabbycat. You can do it. Alright, 4 more spin slashes, and we are good. Let's see if we can get that going without a fall or a death. Ooh, close there.
Chat, go ahead and show your support. Give her some of that good energy.
Yep. Chat, send her your energy. Good
Down
job, Chat.
goes the pig.
Yeah, she just needs to cross that bridge. And we'll see if she can get that done going. And bada bing. She finishes, gets that bridge, gets an SRL time of 1:40.15, finishing second place in the race. We'll see if we can go ahead and get her in here for an interview.
So it looks like that ties up the score between these two teams. They went 1-1 against each other.
Yep, that's going to make Did You Check Your Boot with 3 points overall, and High Roll Track and Field with 3 points. You're going to want to fix that there, Tabbycat. I'm hearing myself in my echo.
That's fine.
GG's.
GG's. So that was a seed.
Yeah.
So how did you feel going into desert over there? Pretty late.
I was really hoping that it wasn't going to be necessary, and then I saw the hammer on Death Mountain, and I was like, oh no. And then I was like, okay, I've already committed to this. I've already committed to this play. I'll go to desert right afterwards. Just pray that maybe the mitts are going to be up here. Not mitts, but gloves are going to be up here or something. And then they weren't. Yeah. Then it was like when I finally got over there, I was like, okay, we're going to... I've done this many times swordless. I can do this. And then it's like, and how many times can I mess up Landmo? Okay. Let me count the ways.
Hey, you succeeded in that bomb Landmo, and that is a pain in the butt to do. So kudos to that.
And then just like, and after that, it was like, okay, I know exactly where I need to go until I hit the flippers. And then
Yeah, that helped me up a good while too.
I was like, okay, well, let me have enough time to think about this. So let me go do Spike Cave real quick. Yeah, that'll give me enough time to think. What's my next play? Okay. What do I usually do in this situation? It's like, I do Smith Chain. Okay, well, we'll just go do that because that gives me enough time to think for about 30 seconds with the mirror and the flute. Oh, look, there's flippers. Yay!
You made the same gamble, hoping that the big key was not on the right side of GT.
Yeah. When I saw it on the torch, I was like, I just was really happy. So.
Yeah, I was so glad. As soon as I got those flippers, I went straight into go mode. I didn't bother checking for the red cane.
Yeah, same. I went straight go mode. I checked a couple checks on the way. If they were directly in my path, I checked them, but otherwise, no.
Yeah, same here.
But, no, I was a little nervous because of that red cane, but it was like, okay, I'm not gonna bother with that. Because there's 5 chests that could possibly be in there, and I'm like, one of my other seeds I played before, an ambrosia seed, had a cane lock side, and the cane was not necessary. And had I not walked to the ether tablet beforehand, I wouldn't have had the cane going into Gannis Tower. So I was like, that was in the back of my mind.
Yeah, how surprised were you to find that ice rod in Pyramid Fairy?
I may have said a few obscenities over here, thinking, and that's, if you notice, I immediately went to go check to see what was on that pedestal, because I was like, flippers could be on pedestal. Oh no. And I forgot to check it when I was up at Mothula. Oh no. Okay, we'll just check it, because, I mean, I just got this ice rod. So, it's a minor panic, but then it was like, no, you know what? I got this.
Yeah, Revenant was having the same issue there. As soon as we saw that, we were like, uh-oh, that's not good. Apparently, that's exactly what he was thinking.
Yeah.
All right. Any thoughts on week 2 when we move over to Ambrosia settings?
Well, I personally don't like open very much. I prefer Ambrosia. I may not I have approximately the same times, but Ambrosia has the chance to troll people a whole lot harder than open does. Mainly because if you go into a pendant dungeon, you're almost committed to finishing it knowing that there's an item on the boss. And so, like, I had played I played Siege, just mini Ambrosia seeds, where pendants are absolutely 100% required because they'll have them on the boss. The same seed that was cane locked, jokingly called the Ambrosia Nightmare, is because you had to clear all 3 pendant dungeons, but there was nothing on Ped. It's that, you know, that's what Ambrosia can really do. So I'm looking forward to seeing how trolly the seed will get to people who may not be as used to Ambrosia as others.
Yeah, I haven't played Ambrosia that much, only here and there. So is that kind of the accepted wisdom, that Ambrosia is pretty much a lot more trolly?
Yeah. I mean, so every race that I've done with Ambrosia, I had the people that you would expect to see really, really, really fast times, you know, your sub 90s and stuff. I have never seen a sub 90 on an Ambrosia race in the few that I've done. They're always 145s, 150s for first place. So that's the norm from what I've seen.
All right. I guess that's going to make for some good viewing next week then.
But I've had, I mean, one of my personal best for Rando before one recently on an open was an Ambrosia seed where I got 141, and I was super proud of it. I was like, you know what? If I can do that on Ambrosia, I can do that on anything.
Oh, definitely sounds like it's going to be a wonderful thing to watch coming up this next week. I already let him in a little bit that both you and I are taking the Ambrosia seeds this next week. So we'll be scheduling those races. And we
Mine's
got
already
plenty of
scheduled.
others. Oh, you do?
Yeah, mine's at 3 o'clock on Monday with against Dataput.
Ah, perfect. So there you go, folks. If you're wanting to go ahead and watch another wonderful race, that will be more than likely restreamed. So feel free to go ahead and check out the Link to the Past League schedule for all the other awesome races that are going to be coming up. Any last words that you guys want to go ahead and give to our wonderful viewing public?
Just everyone, good luck and have fun.
Yeah. Good luck, have fun, and GG's Rev. It was a fun scene.
Yeah, it was.
Alrighty. Well, with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap things up. I am Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, commentating with Mr. Purdy Wong. I'll go ahead and give you the last words there, Purdy.
Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for on Saturday and Sunday for the conclusion of Week 1 of this ALTTPR League Season 2.
Good night, everybody.